This video will contain spoilers. As a matter of fact, all of the videos on this channel will contain spoilers. But we hope you enjoy it. Viewer discretion is advised.
Greetings humans. It's Jaren from Venus. I have some other videos planned, but this show keeps bringing it every single week. So let's talk about it. Euphoria. Episode 4 of Season 2 jammed-packed the entire cast's storylines into one episode. However, Episode 5 centered around the star of the show, Rue. From the beginning of Season 2 we have slowly seen Rue spiral down a dark hole, and Episode 5 we see her hit the bottom. My god, the opening of this episode was akin to being whooped by Pootie Tang. Unexpected and too much. I am genuinely prepared to go to Hollywood if this show doesn't get an Emmy. Particularly, Zendaya. She kept me captivated the entire episode, and I'm positive that her legs were sore from all of the stunts. She takes us through all of the phases that addiction can take you through. So now, let's go through the episode. We open the episode with a bang. The scene starts in Gia's room, with Rue and Leslie fighting in the distance. Rue storms into the room, and at this point, the masterclass in acting begins. After a lot of back and forth between Gia, Leslie and Rue, Leslie confronts Rue about doing hard drugs. And this sends her into a spiral of panic because she needs the drugs, and she also owes the literal scariest Karen to exist, Laurie. More on that later. Chaos continues as Rue and Leslie fight. This entire opening scene flips screenwriting structure on its head because we start out the episode with a scene that most writers would have put at the end. It's so emotionally charged that people legitimately cried in the first 5 minutes. Rue continues to hulk out for a while. After the huge fight with her family, Rue continues to ask what happened to the pills after crying hysterically and wrecking the house. Jules interjects and says that they were flushed down the toilet. Rue comes into the living room to find Elliot and Jules.
Oh Lord.
She calls Elliot an addict and slaps him upside the head.
Fuck you.
I only have one thing to say to that. Next on this list of bridges to be burned is Jules. Rue confronts Jules for leaving her at the train station and calls her a whore.
Bitch hurt my goddamn feelings, girl, I can't lie.
While I do agree with certain things that were said, and despite the fact that Jules isn't the best person, she made the right decision to tell Leslie. Elliot tells Jules that he shouldn't have said anything and that he liked Rue the way she was. He liked her with one foot in the grave. Ridiculousness.
I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch. I don't.
In the next scene, Rue continues to talk. Poor Gia cries before Leslie messes up and reveals that she's not taking Rue to the ER. Instead, she's going to rehab. Rue jumps out of the car and then runs into traffic to escape. And that's only the opening of this episode. Jesus be offense. After trying to find a place to, I guess, hide, Rue has the brilliant idea of going to the Howard house.
Hey, are you okay?
Lexi lets her in, and Rue literally looks like she was running cross-country with Forrest Gump.
I had run for 3 years, 2 months, 14 days, and 16 hours.
Jeez, are you
Which
feeling
Lex's
okay?
mom comes and points
You
out.
look terrible. I mean, really terrible.
We see all of the girls are over and they love on Rue before she takes a trip upstairs to poop and steal. She comes downstairs and, like clockwork, Leslie and the group confront her. At this point she's sweating profusely. Seriously, throughout this episode Rue sweats like Ace Ventura in the back of a rhino. She says she can't get clean forever. Cassie, tries to help by telling her to take it one day at a time. Rue sets her eyes on the next bridge, sparks up the blowtorches, and fires at Cassie by asking her how long has she been sleeping with Nate. Maddie and everyone is in shock. Maddie curses her out, but that wasn't the response I wanted. Can I just point out that in the previous episode, Cassie played crazy, but when confronted by Maddie, After all of the commotion that she started, Rue slips out of the house and runs like a literal thief in the night. But her tour through rock bottom isn't over just yet. Before we jump into the next scene, I want to take a moment to address the fact that Leslie has the patience of Job. Okay, let's run through this mess then get to my thoughts. Okay, so Rue goes to Fez's and he lets her in. Yet another person to point out how much of a mess she looks. She truly is giving you full-on Felicia mode with her aesthetic. And yes, she's still sweating.
Diablos! Never won!
She tries to take his grandma's pills, she pushes Fez when he takes them away, and then she lights up yet another bridge before getting yeeted.
Ah!
She looks into the camera, then in full crackhead fashion Rue breaks into someone's home to steal. I found this scene a bit unnecessary, but I did find it funny when the dog growls and she's afraid.
Hey, cousin.
They have an extremely easy combo on their safe as well. The couple comes home early to find their home broken into. Screams occur and our lovable junkie flees the scene. Rue stands on the corner looking concerning as hell before a cop drives by and asks her where she's going. I want to add the fact that the police stopped Rue for looking weird while black, but Carl drove around shit-faced like he was the last man on earth. Anyway, Rue throws up and runs from the police. They chase her and at this point Rue is basically the Tasmanian devil, destroying everything in her path. She runs into traffic, causes car crashes, hops fences, screws up a party or two before inevitably hiding in a dumpster. I just know that she smells like a compilation of asses.
I cannot.
Finally, like the genius she is,
I'm a genius.
I'm a fucking genius. Hey mom! I'm a fucking genius!
Rue goes to the home of the sex trafficking drug lord who she owes money to for help.
Ruby Bennett.
Laurie is probably the scariest white lady on earth. The way she casually said Rue's full name before giving her the calmest threats I've ever heard is brilliantly frightening. She says a couple of lines that stick out to me.
It's one of the good parts of being a woman. Even if you don't have money, you've still got something people want.
Rue goes into the bathroom and Laurie preps morphine, then goes into the bathroom to quote-unquote help Rue out.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
Laurie runs a bath for her and strips her. The camera is focused on the morphine and Rue is being undressed in the background. This, to me, shows that Laurie planned to drug her regardless. But Rue was the one who said she would take anything. Laurie is the definition of gaslight gatekeep girl boss. Rue sinks into the water and we see her as a child and later as a teen at her father's funeral. She wakes up and she's in a bedroom. She tries to escape out of the window but it won't open. She proceeds to doing the loudest sneak out in history. All of the doors are padlocked, including a mysterious door that may have had another girl in it. She sneaks into a bathroom before climbing out of the window and getting free.
Run, bitch! Run!
She runs and the last shot is of Leslie sitting at the table after waiting up all night. Someone comes in but we won't get to see who it is until next episode. The episode ends and I finally was able to breathe.
I'm so tired, child. I'm so tired. I'm really tired.
Thoughts. This episode had me on a roller coaster of emotions. The acting, writing, stunts, direction, symbolism and literally everything was on point. I'm giving this episode 5 out of 5 stars. Rue is such a frustrating character but the direction and acting really make you feel for her. They were able to make Zendaya not look fine as hell, which she usually does. First time. She looked like a greasy cavewoman and I have no idea how they made someone that gorgeous look such a mess. But I digress. By the way, Dare should be making a public apology for saying that Euphoria glamorized drug use and mental illness. Anyway, I loved this episode. Did you? Share your thoughts about the episode. Do you think that the Cassie and Maddie blow-up was good? I personally wanted a bigger impact than the mild Jerry Springer drama that was shown. That's all for now. Like this video and ring the bell to help grow our planet. See you in space.
Spotlight, moonlight, nigga, why you trippin', just Mariah? Tryna look good in the moonlight. All these pussy niggas so bad, Maya. Spotlight, moonlight, nigga, why you trippin', just Mariah? Tryna look good in the moonlight. All these pussy niggas so bad, Maya. Spotlight.